Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the...
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, also known as PickManagement, here with the Wagering Wizard, my guy Mark, back for another episode of the NHL Betting Insiders off a 4-2 combined night. We both went 2-1. We keep cashing. Can't ask for much more than that. The past 2 days, Mark went 2-1 yesterday, so he is 4-2 the last 2 days, and I am 8-3-1 the last 2 days. Just an unreal run to start this show. Mark, how was your night? I know it was a winning night, so it had to be good. But other than that, what's going on, bud?
Hey, you know what? My night was as good as the weather is right now, right behind me. So I can't complain either way. I'm taking both of them and looking to capitalize again today.
Oh, man, you're lucky. I feel like I'm in an ice rink right now. My house is so cold. It's freezing here. I had a T-shirt on before we started recording. I was like, I got to get a sweatshirt. I'm cold. It is too cold in Massachusetts right now. But yeah, we're glad to be here. We're going to give you guys our best bets for today's slate, some breakdown analysis, and get you guys out of here. But before we get into that, if you guys want the rest of my bets and, other sports and stuff like that, if you want to see my official verified record, make sure you head over to the Juice Roll app. The link is below. It is a totally free app. You can sign up for it. It tracks your bets. And it gives you insights and analytics into how you wager so you can become a better bettor. You can also follow other people in the community. You can also follow top bettors. It ranks people. You can climb your own rank, the rankings yourself. And you can get some picks by their AI systems, which are really great and are smashing right now. Not as good as Mark's, but still pretty good. The Juice Roll app, the link is below. You'll be able to find all of my picks and verified record there. But Mark, let's jump into today's slate. What are you on for? What are you on for today?
Perfect. Yeah. The first game I'm on, I'm going to the Philadelphia Flyers, going to Chicago. Look, you can't really say anything about the Chicago Blackhawks that hasn't already been said. They're just horrible all the way around. Their one bright shining star is Connor Bedard. The 18 years old, and he is just a hockey phenom. Came back a week early from the injured reserve with the broken jaw. At the time, I was a little skeptical and was like, maybe they're rushing him back. Since his return in the last 3 games, he's averaging 2 points a game. So I'm taking Connor Bedard to go over a half a point in tonight's matchup against the Flyers. Just because, one, he's averaging 2 points since his return. Additionally, Philadelphia is a team that's given up 3.5 goals a game. It's not like they're very adept at shutting the other team down. And I see Connor Bedard being involved with this offense and really helping things. Yeah. Do I think Chicago's going to win? But probably not. Okay, but do I think Bedard's going to be part of an offense, or at least try to give a little life to what has been an otherwise lifeless offense? Absolutely. I'm right in that.
Yeah, that's great. I'm on this game too, but I like Philly here. I feel like you probably were saying the same thing. You're not expecting Chicago to win, but Philly's been playing better lately. 4-2 the last 6 games. I get they've lost their last 2, but they play 2 pretty decent teams, the Devils and Toronto. So I'm okay with them honestly losing to them just because of where they sit in the league. But Philly is, beating teams that they should be beating. They beat Arizona, beat Seattle, Winnipeg, had a good win against Florida. They were on a losing streak before that, but they seem to have, overcorrected and are on a better run. They're also 8-1 straight up the last 9 versus the West, and 7-2 straight up the last 9 versus Chicago. And this Chicago team is just so bad. I know you said everything, but I got to reiterate: 1-9 straight up their last 10, 1-4 straight up their last 5 at home. Unders are hitting in a lot of their games too because they're not scoring, so something to keep an eye on for sure. I think Philly is going to take care of business tonight, so that's what I'm on. But I love Connor Bedard to get it. Yeah, he is at 18 years old and he's playing lights out right now. So
yeah, and he's wearing the bubble, but it hasn't slowed him down.
Sure. All right. What else you got?
The other one, the next game I have for us is that we're going to go out to Anaheim, where the Blue Jackets are taking on the Ducks. And look, the Blue Jackets are in the second half of a back-to-back. Okay. In those second half games, they're 1-2-2. But that's not the reason we're taking this play, because my actual play is we're going to take Anaheim minus half a goal in the first period, and that's at plus 145. And I'm going to tell you why. Not only are we going to, does the Blue Jackets record kind of come into play on this one? Because, yeah, they definitely struggle in that second half game. But more importantly, we are going to target Daniil Tarasov, who is expected to get the start for the Blue Jackets. In his 11 starts in this league, he has only held the opposing team scoreless once in those 11 starts. In fact, in his last 4 games, he has given up 2 or more goals to the opposing team. He's going to be facing off, or is expected to be facing off against John Gibson, who in his last 7 starts, he's pitched 4 shutouts in the first period, and he has not given up a multiple goal first period in those 7 starts. I really like this. It plays right to that angle. And in essence, you could take the Ducks on the money line first period. That's at minus 135. But if we remove the tie and given on the goal differentials that we see, by removing that tie, we actually get this at plus 145. Give me the plus odds.
I love it. Something to know about Anaheim, they are 8-2 right now, last 10 games, goal in the first 10 minutes, and they're 6-4 over 1.5 goals in the first period. So, you see goals in Anaheim games in the first period for sure. I love that play.
Yeah. Yep. That's all I got.
Oh, that's all you got for today? All right. Well,
yep.
I have a couple more plays. We're going to go to Toronto versus the Coyotes. It is a 10 p.m. Puck drop. Toronto, high scoring team, great offensively, taking on a bad Arizona team. It's pretty simple handicap. Better team versus a really bad team. 7-0 straight up their last 7 versus the West. 5-1 straight up their last 6. 4-2 their last 6 on the road. I mean, Toronto is just playing lights out right now. Winners of 4 in a row, putting up a lot of goals, at least 4 goals in the last in 3 out of their last 4, and they put up 9 versus Anaheim, which kind of makes me think that we're going to see that kind of performance here versus Arizona, an Arizona team who's lost the last 10 in a row. I think it goes back even farther than that.
Well, I'll be honest with you, to piggyback on what you're saying.
Sure.
The other night, Edmonton Oilers played in Arizona. And first of all, the Arizona organization, they're playing in this Renta Arena.
Right?
That seats 4,000 people. There were more Edmonton Oiler fans at that game than Coyote fans. There was an audible chant for "Let's go Oilers" that you could hear over the announcers. And I'm thinking to myself, how does Arizona play? How as a team do they have any confidence, get anything going in an environment like that? I love this play. I just don't think they get anything going against Toronto.
For sure, yeah. Honestly, I might even take him minus like 2.5, -2 if I can get like a big plus money price on this. That's how much I like Toronto here. I might be looking for like
sprinkle.
I might be looking for like a Toronto and over 3.5 in game. Go like not a live bet, but like Toronto, kind of like how you get in soccer sometimes. But if you can find Toronto and over 3.5, over 4.5, I might be looking for like a ladder play with that too. But I really like this. And then I have one more play. Going to Buffalo versus Montreal, and I really like the over in this. We've just been seeing goals from both of these teams lately. The over is hit in 5 out of the last 6 between these two. I gave this play out on the Draft Line exclusive. Let me grab it for this. Montreal over in 4 of the last 6. Like I said, 5 of the last 6 between these two. But more importantly, we've seen goals. Damn it, let me get you the right stats. I want to tell you guys for sure. Montreal has given up 7, 7, and 4 goals in 3 out of the last 4 games. So when they're losing big, and they've been giving up goals to teams like Washington with the Rangers, but also St. Louis. Using Pittsburgh, who hasn't been scoring a lot, put up goals. So I really like Buffalo to be able to. I think I like Buffalo here to win. I might be looking at them at like a -1-2. So check the socials, check the Discord later at PickManagement to see that if I grab it for sure. But I like the over here.
So I, to your point in targeting goalies, Sam Monteblanc has been confirmed as the starter for Montreal tonight, and UPL is expected to get the start. Monteblanc is 56% of his starts. He has kept teams under 0.5 goals in the first period. So with Buffalo typically getting off to slow starts this year, that might be another angle to look at and how to approach this game if you can get good plus odds on that.
Sure. Yeah. These teams might be like slow to start, but hot to finish kind of thing. So you might be able to catch this. Like, honestly, if you wanted to wait with a stat like that, wait in game and maybe look for a better price live after the first 10 minutes. If it's scoreless, you'll get a much better price. But really, I just think Montreal has been letting up too many goals game wise here. Losers of 4 of the last 5. And it's been for a reason. And I think Buffalo really has, I get that they lost 3 of their last 5 games, but before that they had kind of started to turn things around. At least they're winning more games, at least on a more consistent basis. They haven't gone on a big win streak, a big lose streak. They're kind of like a middle of the road team. And I think that, we see at least a shootout here. At least we get a push. It is at 6.5 right now. I bought it down for half a point. So I got it at minus 140. I think it's at 150 now. Why don't you recap your plays real quick, though?
Yep. So I've got Connor Bedard going over half a point for minus 148. The other one we have Anaheim minus half a goal in the first period at plus 145.
Awesome.
And I might sprinkle on that Buffalo under half of a goal. To be held scoreless in the first period. Just
all right. Cool. Yeah. So check Mark's socials for that later. I'll give you the address in just a minute. I am on Philly -1, Toronto -1.5, and Buffalo versus Montreal over 6 goals. Why don't you tell people what your socials are and where they can find you and your newsletter, all that?
Absolutely. So you can find me on at BettorDaysAhead, and that's BETTOR. That's on Twitter, X, whatever we want to call it. You can also find me as part of the PickManagement podcast on Discord, and the Wagering Wizard is my channel there, while I give out some additional plays and some other helpful insights to anybody who's looking to take some different angles on these hockey games.
Yeah, awesome. We love that. We got Mark set up on the Discord over there. People make sure to sign up for his newsletter, free and paid versions. You can find the link to his stuff right on the Discord. The link is below. Other than that, you guys can find me Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. live with Jonathan Coachman and Alan Bell on Driving the Line. You can also find a daily article from me on Ball is Life and Ball is Life Bets, breaking down all sorts of different sports and daily wagers, futures, all sorts of cool stuff for them. And I do some extra bonus free play videos and whatnot. You guys can also start finding me with the Rhythm app. It's a really cool app that lets you build your own models and algorithms right on there and helps teach you how to make those kind of systems, kind of like Mark has, but that's a story for another day. I'll get more into that. Otherwise, you can find me across all socials at PickManagement. This has been the NHL Betting Insiders. We will see you later.
Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the